Welcome back viewers, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries and anyone with ears or other sound detection organs, hope you enjoy. We are continuing with Doom Guy Isekai by Angry Spider.
Chapter 6, That'll be one doom to go. The soldier hefted his sword happily. This was an excellent idea. Back at the arena where he had entered the world, demons were filing in and taking their seats, the Colosseum slowly filling up with its horrific occupants. Behind him, ELD was wagging her tail in excitement, ready for a good fight. He'd realized it like a bolt out of the blue. Why wait around for an opportunity to murder everyone when he could just hunt them down?
You're not doing something foolish, are you?
The soldier grabbed the small board and flipped around into a backhand grip. Now he had two weapons. ELD scooted a little closer, her tail wagging, and the soldier roughly rubbed her head, genuinely excited, if not maybe a little happy, to execute his grand plan.
I'm sorry, but what in terracotta are you doing?
The soldier ignored the handyman, and readied his sword, waiting for the opportune moment. Then he thought, screw it. The first hint the demons got that he was attacking was when he plunged straight through the bleachers, swinging his sword to decapitate three demons sitting next to each other. It was a big hint, to say the least. ELD pounced up out of the hole he'd produced, snatching a demon in her teeth and shaking it like a chew toy. The soldier noticed a demon rolling its eyes as it rose to its feet, summoning a ball of fire in its hand, so he stabbed it. It stayed down. He heard a shout, and the gates where the monsters were supposed to come from opened with a clang, a small army of heavily armored demons sprinting through in an organized pattern. The soldier grinned behind his helmet. The more, the merrier. Leaping down from the stands, the soldier ran straight for them, and they stalled in surprise. A few seconds was all the time he needed. Leaping straight over them, the soldier twisted midair and swept his sword down, and his visor was sprayed with blood. Slamming to the ground, he spun around, shoving all the strength he could manage into the strike, and more demons went down, the sword carving through the armor like it wasn't even there. One of them got behind him with an axe and struck down, crashing onto his shoulder and glancing off of the Praetor suit. Off balance, the demon stumbled forward and was literally bisected by the soldier's strike. Only a few minutes into the fight, and the soldier was already coated in blood. ELD launched herself at the small regiment of confused demons and smashed into their side like a battering ram, bodies hurtling into the air from the force. The soldier was laughing in his head, wishing he could do so out loud. This was far easier than the monsters he was used to. Ducking a swing from a hefty pike, he rewarded the assailant's accuracy with a handyman board to the gut, stabbing it as far as it would go. Letting go of the board, he spun around with the massive blade, striking downward and cleaving another demon in half. Something struck him in the back of the head with all the force of a sledgehammer, and he was launched forward, slamming into the arena wall and crashing through the stone. Standing, he shook himself off and sprinted easily back to the arena, ignoring the constant inputs of status boards informing him of incoming experience points. There was a monolithic creature, easily 60 feet tall, standing in the center of the arena, composed largely of misshapen flesh. It looked very surprised to see he had survived, but lumbered forward once again. Hurling his sword at it, the soldier impaled the monstrosity in the forehead, then seized two of the notification boards. Sprinting forward, he leaped into the air and stabbed both of the boards into the thing's flesh. Shaking his head, the soldier started climbing the thing using the boards as interim grips. Fumbling at the sword in its head, the monstrosity didn't notice as he got on top of its shoulders, avoiding its clumsy swings, and yanked the sword out. Stabilizing himself on its shoulders, he tensed, and then swung with all the strength he could manage. The creature toppled backward as its head went flying, and the soldier ran down its body as it fell, jumping off at the last second and throwing the sword in the air. Rolling to his feet, the soldier extended a hand, and the handle of the sword landed neatly in his palm. Looking upward, he saw more of them coming in, flying and wielding balls of flame. He grinned wider. He was feeling better than ever, and he flipped the sword into a more applicable position. Popping the bones in his neck, he checked his stats and grinned. Well over 5 times as high as they'd been previously. Crouching, he put one hand to the ground, flexing the muscles in his legs.
Surely you're not going to.
The soldier jumped, practically flying as he hurtled through the air. Rotating, he swung his blade in 4 different angles, and 4 demons fell to the ground far below. As his momentum slowed, he tackled one of them, snapped its neck, and jumped off of it. Repeating the technique a few more times, he ended up eliminating the entire air force and lightly hopped back to the ground. Sticking the landing, he refused to let his knees buckle and created a crater from the impact, a dust cloud exploding upward. By the time the few remaining demons could see through the dust cloud, he was gone.
End of chapter. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss any episode and do all the other YouTube stuff. Visit and support the author. All the relevant links are in the doobly-doo, and comment your opinions, good or bad. And I'll see you next time. And as usual, have a wonderful day.